I think the excavator guy just broke for lunch, but we've got a couple feet of earth removed where the pad will be, and then I think he's coming back to add the dirt, add the correct soil, the correct clay, whatever it is. The electric company crew is right around the corner there, but their plan, or what they've been doing so far, is just running through with the mini excavator to establish the paths, and coming back with a trencher. So I just got back from lunch and this is all cleaned up, and I guess that answers the question. They just tossed it over there quite nicely, I might add. Quite nicely. There's very little dirt on all that, so I can go pretty much right through the wood chipper. That's nice. Okay, cool. Just need to figure out a way through the driveway. Excavator guy who's doing the pad came with his mini excavator this morning, and when I got back from lunch he was gone, but he just showed up. That red truck back there, I can't even see the screen, the sun's so bright. Anyway, he just showed up with his dozer, took the mini excavator back and got the dozer, and I thought it was interesting. He pulled in and turned the truck off, and I still heard a motor going, or an engine going. So he lives right around the corner, not far. He probably, and I think this is what he did, he turned the dozer on and then drove over here. That way it's idling on the trailer, warming up, so he can get to work right away. I think that's what he did anyway. Pile of logs makes a great human tripod. Doof. Down in the hole. Oh, who sings that song? Is it Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole? Anyway, there you go. Dozer, down in a hole. So they started all the way up there at the termination point and they came back this way. This is the first box, obviously. And then we turn a little bit here. So I was unsure if they were going to use a mini excavator or a trencher for the whole operation. Boss man said that they'd probably use the mini excavator the whole time, but they didn't. They used the mini excavator to basically ensure a perfect path, because when I wanted him to change to this route, I explained, like, I'll do all kinds of stuff, whatever you want me to do. I'll take the trees down, I'll grind the stumps, I'll have a nice box bladed path. He's like, no man, don't worry about that, we'll take care of it. So I was thinking he'd use the excavator the whole way, but they just used it to clear the lane, I guess you could say. And then they came back with a trencher, which I don't know if you can see a gentleman up there getting off the trencher. Pretty cool little setup, and they are going deep with it. I think they're going 4 feet deep, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to mess up their soil and really lean over. Actually, maybe I can see it over here. Let's see. Well, yeah, camera's not going to pick it up, but that's deep. That's 4 feet deep easily. Cool. Cool. All right, I just talked to the Dozer guy, and here's the game plan. So they use the mini excavator to cut out and remove about 2 feet deep. Oh, that's loud. So they removed about 2 feet deep of material with the mini excavator. And then they got these piles all the way around it. Now they're backfilling with good quality stuff. They're backfilling with other good quality material to go under the slab. And then after they get this, the pad area 1.5 feet high, higher than grade on the high side, which is the other side. At that point, this side, which is the low side, will be about 2.5 feet higher than grade. And then they'll use the excavated material to backfill around it and feather it out. Now the porch is going to be on this side, so it's going to be a 60-foot by 20-foot front porch. And I asked him to kind of favor this extra material spreading to be underneath that porch, so that way hopefully the dirt level under the porch is a little bit higher, like the slab grade, and not super low. I think this is 4 or 5 loads of dirt already in the hole. And I think they have 4 trucks running at a time to bring it in here and dump. They got a problem with the Dozer though over there, so I think they're trying to jump start it. But over here, all the electric is in place. I don't think they're going to finish today on the electric. They're going to be back tomorrow to finish up, I believe. They are running electricity as well as empty conduit for fiber. So that's what these other boxes were over here. Still don't know about the smallest box. I have no idea what that one's going to be. Oh, okay. Not sure why they have a small diameter. Maybe this one is the fiber, but why? Yeah, I have no idea. No idea what the extra box is. I feel like an idiot right now. So power and fiber and something. I have no idea. Oh, okay. I think I just got it. Bear with me. I think the fiber is coming into this box, and this box will be like a maintenance junction box. And then this is a small run from this box to this box for an actual hookup box. I have no idea. I feel like an idiot. I have no idea what all this stuff is. But that's going to go right there. And they trenched all the way through there. I think I hear them in the distance still working. I'm not sure. But it is 3:30 in the afternoon. And I think the electricity guy started at 7. Got here about 7:30. And I don't know when they showed up, but a lot going on. We also had a kind of a friends get together yesterday cutting trails, so I had to go use the side-by-side and pick up after us. We had a big table and a fire pit and some burgers and hot dogs and steaks out by the creek. And because we don't have a place to store anything out there, generally speaking, every time we've done that, which is a handful of times since we've been here, the next day I go back and get everything during daylight, because we always stop at nightfall. But that leads me to another project idea. I had to walk out to the woods, the equipment, and these deliveries of dirt. It's kind of loud. Anyway, what I was thinking about making, or what I've realized that I would like to make a few of, is some cache boxes. That's what I'm calling them anyway, to go around the property. Basically like an elevated box. So the bottom of the box is probably 2 feet off the ground. And the box is, let's just say, throwing out dimensions here, 5 or 6 feet left and right, maybe 3 feet front to back, and 3, possibly 4 feet of interior height. You put a roof on that, and then you make the entire front either, you know, a door that opens up, 2 doors that open up, or maybe one full wall that just flips up and is on some struts or something to hold it up. Basically a large box that I can shut, that I can keep large animals out of, and I can have at the location that I want it to be for quick access stuff or repeated access stuff. For example, down at the creek, bags of charcoal, we can just keep some charcoal out there We can keep our lawn chairs out there without having to take all of them back and forth every single time, and some extra paper plates, napkins, that type of stuff, right? Well, also, I wanted that a couple months ago when we were cutting trails. That way I could leave the chainsaw and the bar oil and the gas and the oil mixed for the gas and all the stuff associated with all of that. I could leave it out there where I'm working and just shut the door at night and walk away, not have to worry about tarp it, not having to worry about take it back and put it up. There's several times where I thought having a cache box, I don't know what you would call it, that's what I'm calling it, a cache box somewhere, would be pretty darn handy and helpful. So there's so many things on the list of, yeah, I'd like to do that. And yeah, time is flying by right now. All right, so off in the distance we have the electrical boss people coming to inspect work, and we have the dozer down. I don't know what's going on, but they had the jumper cables on it. Now they're taking panels off the engine cover, so that's not fun. Electricity guys are done for today. They started backfilling a little bit with gravel over here, but the trencher got to about the halfway point up there, so nothing from there to the road is done. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but all of the electric companies around here are offering a fiber internet service, right? So I don't know if it's a government subsidy, I don't know what's causing this change, but all the electric companies you can get fiber internet through basically nowadays. So while they're running conduit for electricity, they're also running conduit for fiber internet. And I just spoke with the guy who's over the fiber, the two guys, go away bugs, the two guys that I thought were boss men for the electricity. One of them was for electricity, one of them was for the fiber service, so I got to speak with him, and he said, you know, when all they're doing today is dropping everything into that transformer box at the end. Once the shop is up, then they'll have to come back and run a trench or run the service underground to the meter on the building. So when they do that, they're going to run an extra conduit once again for fiber. And I was talking to him about, you know, down the road we're going to have a house set up here too, and he said, yeah, when the time comes for that, they'll do the same trenching and run underground electricity and fiber to the house as well. But here's the kicker. He said you don't have to pay for two services. They're going to allow us to, let's just say we keep fiber service in the shop and want to just run an Ethernet cable to the house, which is probably what we'll do, to be honest with you. He said that's fine. You can run that Ethernet through the conduit for the fiber. So we'll run Ethernet from the shop to that junction box that they're setting in the middle of the end of the clearing right now, and then get into the other conduit and go into the house. So essentially they're putting down conduit for us to do that, because I'm not going to pay for two services, just one. And here comes another dump truck full of dirt, which is loud. End of day 2 with both the pad and the, there it is, the electrical. But first the pad. So the shop is going to be 40 by 60. 60 that's going to be the back edge from that stake to that stake. So the back edge will be over there. Comes out 40, again 60 in this direction, and then the front porch is going to be 20. So 20 by 60 is going to be the front porch, front lean-to. It's hard to, let me go wider. It's hard to show on camera, but this right here is probably 3 feet higher than right there. So we're going to have a little bit of a buildup that we're going to have to do over here, because the only garage door, the only large door, is going to be in the middle, I think in the middle of this end. I don't know exactly on the exact placement, but I think in the middle of this south gable end. And that way when you come in from the driveway, there's plenty enough space over here to turn around and whatnot. But the plan is to have the front porch where we can park in the meantime, And then once we have a different place to park, actually my truck will stay out in the rain because it's waterproof, water resistant. But the family car will go in there. And then tractor and implements and all kinds of other stuff. They just want to remain dry-ish. But the septic is going to go on this other side over here. No new news on the septic, but I'm going to have another camper hookup on the back side of the shop, so that way if someone comes to visit, they can pull their camper right around the shop, already facing the exit, ready to go. And we'll have a camper set up over there near the septic tank and whatnot. So we'll have a camper inside for us and then hookups outside. That's going to be cool. He has to finish up final grade on this, and he said something else that I just went blank on. But anyway, let's walk over here and check out how the electrical is. They have the conduit started out of the box to come to the house as well as the shop pad. And the shop pad is on a goofy angle, so I don't know if that matters. I don't think it does. But these red pipes are markers for where the conduit is below that goes into this. So when the time comes to hook up to the shop, they'll tie into this conduit rather than digging up all the way around over here. Time comes to tie into the house, they'll dig up this conduit, so they don't have to dig into right there. Now, I speculated on what these two are. I know one of them is for the fiber, but I don't know what the other one is. I think the other one is fiber as well, but I don't understand why there's two. So I'm thinking maybe that the big fiber comes into here, and then this goes back into this junction box as a service out. I have no idea. I really don't. But there you go. Electrical where I wanted it. And I can't believe that that's already done. I haven't even walked that way, and I'm not going to today. I've got to do other things before I call it quits for today, and then I'll be back at it in the morning. But the reason I'll be back at it in the morning is because I got my tractor back. So I took the tractor in a week ago today, and they said 2 to 3 weeks. Well, today's a Tuesday. I took it in on last Tuesday. Well, he called me this morning and said, hey, your tractor's ready. It was ready yesterday. I'm just giving you a call. So, wow, 2 to 3 weeks and 1 week. So I'm glad I took it to the guys down in Starkville, Oktibbeha County Co-Op. I've had good experiences down there. So the problem was indeed the whole power steering. So I thought it was just this fitting. It wasn't. So this fitting is doing what it was supposed to do, but it can't handle the pressure of these hydraulics. There's a blown seal inside the power steering, and it back pressured into there, causing it to come out. So all is well. And to be honest with you, I just got it off the trailer and parked it here, and I don't know if it's like the honeymoon feeling of getting your tools back, but I don't recall the power steering ever being that tight. So I'm pleased with the timeline of getting it back, and the very little that I've actually used it, I'm pleased with how much it's steering better. So there's that. We're finding so much more of this buried trash. So this was all disturbed from when the electric company put in the underground, and it's just trash. All it is just buried trash. Huge chunks of glass. I don't know what all's in this little trash cave, but I'm not messing with it right now. So we have to spend about a week just going around and picking up all this crap one day soon. Yeah, there's another, what is that? A bucket right there, another bucket right there, and then right over, where is it? I think right over there is the old well house. That's just basically a mound of tires that we just found too. So we got more cleaning up than what we initially thought, but that's okay. We'll get it clean. In Mississippi, we typically have a wet winter and a dry summer. Now I say dry as far as precipitation, not as far as humidity. It's crazy humid here pretty much year round, but when it dries out in the summertime, when we get our drought, we get cracks. You wonder why there's so many foundation issues and structures in the south? It's because when our soil or our clay gets wet, it expands, pushing stuff around, and then when it dries, it cracks. It shrinks quite a bit. So this is on one of the trails on our property out in the middle of the woods, and it has dried so much that I stuck this stick in here until it stopped, basically right at this branch. And for size reference, they're right at that split right there. For size reference, there's my side-by-side. So that's how far that crack goes down right here, just in the middle of the woods. She just told Mama, get out of the way. I didn't tell her, ouch, I just fell into a hole. I did not tell her where to go, where to park it. I just said, just take it up there. So I have no idea where she's gonna go with it. Let's see what happens. Hey, is that where you want to park it? Sound good? Whoa, 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 whoa! I was standing by the tire. Don't press the forward button, okay? Or forward pedal. Where do you want to go? Just a little bit in there? Oh, just a little bit more. That's fine. Watch out for the side by side. I think you're good. You're not going to hit it. You're good. How about that? Do you think it's going to hit? What do you think it's going to hit? No, I think you're going to be good. Trust me, okay? You're good. She is going to hit that log, though. That's good. Put your 3-point down. Clunk. Put the claw down. Put the grapple down. There you go. Turn it off. No, no, no. I'm gonna take the key.
I can hand it to you.
High five. Good job.
Can I hand it to you?
I don't care if you hand it to me. That's fine. Clunk. Thank you very much. Was that fun? You did a good job.
Can I see? video.
You want to see the video? Sure.
That's all, folks.